Hello and welcome to the Unscripted podcast with Kieran and Louie. Today we're joined by Liam and we're going to be talking about football in a two-part series. Episode 1 today is all about the changing world of football, financial aspects and aging teams. So why don't we begin with Barcelona? That's the elephant in the room, isn't it? That's the big team that's aging.
Have you got any first thoughts on that, Kieran?
Me? Well, I mean, Messi's staying now, so that's a bonus. But Messi's past his prime.
Bonus.
He's
bonus,
getting old. The rest of the team's getting old. Vidal, Piqué. Is Busquets still there? No. Oh yes.
Busquets is still there. He'll still do a job. He is still good.
He's past it now.
He played for Spain last week.
There you go. The big man's going strong. But I mean, for Barcelona, where do they go next? We've not really got a plan by the looks of it.
Well, they don't have a plan because there's been poor investment over the past couple of years, spending hundreds of millions on individual players like Coutinho, who went and won the Champions League at Bayern Munich on loan.
And scored against Barcelona.
Yeah. So
was it 120 million they paid for him?
For them at the moment. 120 million, yeah. 130 for Dembele, was it, as well?
Who's barely even played because he's been injured.
And then wasn't it like 100 million for Griezmann as well?
Oh, to be fair to them, they have made signings. They've just not had much of an impact.
Yeah. They're ready to put in a last bid for Martinez, 100 million, but...
It's big money signings, but nothing really to show.
No.
No. It's poor investment and it's not really kind of well thought out investment.
No.
As well.
They need a full new squad, I think.
Yeah.
It's a big clear out.
Sign Neymar back.
Who do you think should go first?
Messi.
Well, Rakitic is just gone.
Has he? Oh, Sevilla.
To Sevilla.
Yeah.
For 1 million. But I think they could have used him in a swap deal. I think see, like Inter Milan, I think the type of team that would be up for like a swap deal. Also, like going for a defender like Skriniar, for example, and use like Rakitic, Piqué, maybe a few other players in a swap deal to get Skriniar.
I even think people like Suarez could be used in a deal. So
yeah, swap deal, yeah.
But
because how much is he going to go for? He's not going to go for a lot anymore.
It's the wage.
It's
the wages that are the problem with him now, apparently.
And even then, Suarez is still scoring goals. It's not as if Griezmann is. So they can't really afford Suarez if they've not got a backup who's actually providing.
That's the thing. Griezmann's playing on the left. He can't play on the left. I think if Barcelona don't get a new striker in, I think Griezmann play up top and Dembele on the left. That's the best way they're going to play it.
But it's then again, if Dembele can stay fit for more than half the season, and then who have they got as their backup? Ansu Fati, who's 17.
Well, I mean, he is quite good, to be fair.
He's brilliant.
It's a lot of pressure on the lad.
But you can't really rely on a 17-year-old playing at the Camp Nou week in, week out.
Well, we just scored for Spain.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah.
Well, 2 nights ago.
He did score.
Yeah, I wouldn't put past him.
Yeah, no, you can't put
past him.
the weight of Barcelona on that guy's shoulders and expect him to carry the team going forward. Not yet, anyway.
Do you think Messi will drop his performance levels now after all that?
No. I think he'll improve and go out with a bang.
But I think he'll get better.
Then
do you think he'll... Sorry,
where does he go next? I mean, he wanted out. He's having to go through another season there. After that, what is he going to be, 34, 35? Then what?
America?
You think America? I'm saying that he's going to... If Barcelona improve by Christmas time, they get players in it, they get better, start winning big matches, I think he'll sign another contract. Maybe a small contract, maybe 2 years. another year or two contract, but then after that, I think he might be done.
I just think the stuff he said about the club president is quite scathing and kind of saying that he wants the club president out before he kind of commits to anything. So I think
If Bartholomew goes,
yeah,
then,
he'll stay.
then he'll go. No, then he'll stay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I think he's reluctant to leave, so I think he'll go before he goes. So I don't really know.
No, I think there's an election in March, so.
Well, the fans will favour Messi over the president. So
Yeah, definitely, because he's done nothing, made the team worse. This is the president came in, so.
I mean, how does
Respect.
Barcelona change in terms of their footballing philosophy? Can they change? Should they change?
They should change because
Yeah, they need to change.
it's outdated.
They're holding on to something that's not there.
And it's not working.
They've not won the Champions League since 2015. So
yeah, you'd expect them to. The teams that they had like what was it? 2 years ago, they bottled it against Roma.
Big time.
They're winning.
Bottled it against
what was it?
Liverpool.
Bottled it against Liverpool.
I mean, and these aren't exactly,
Juventus as well. They lost to Juventus in the semi-finals too.
And it's not as if they're getting beat, 1-0 or 2-0, or by a goal at least. They're getting outclassed.
They're getting outclassed. They're winning one game and expecting them to go through the next game and then just bottling it next. It's the second leg.
I mean, but that's a testament, I think, to these new powerhouse teams that are coming through. You look at Liverpool and what they've done in the past few seasons. It's as much as it's sad to see as a Manchester United supporter, it should be commemorated, I guess.
Well, it's something that they should copy.
Yeah.
Barcelona. They should change their way of kind of investment and kind of style of play and base it off teams like Liverpool and kind of move towards that kind of more attacking, kind of direct football rather than tiki-taka.
I could see Dortmund coming through.
Yeah, Dortmund is a
big team. The players that they've got a good squad.
I know, but once they get cleared out of Haaland and Sancho, that's it.
Bill.
Man U is going to swoop in for both of them.
So that,
no, not really.
Because that comes money. That brings money to the team.
Yeah, they'll just replace
the money, get better players, replace them. Well, maybe not better players, but players that can fulfil the roles.
I mean,
that they've left.
Haaland looks class. You seen his goals for Norway
the
other day?
Yeah.
They were incredible.
He's a goal machine.
Yes.
Yeah. Someone we need at Man U.
At a point, but did he not score a hat-trick in his first game for Dortmund? He came on after the bench and scored a hat-trick, was it not?
Yeah. I think they were losing, he came on the trick.
Yeah, he just took over.
Dortmund's a good wee team. I mean, the performances are a bit up and down, but if they can find that form and consistency, they could.
Yeah, I think it was near the end of last season after football came back. I think they just dropped downhill because they were 1 point behind Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich ended up winning league by 13 points or something. I think it was.
Bayern was just a different level this year. After the break, they just
definitely after the break.
Put it away.
At the start of last season, then it was. Well, they lost. What was it? 5-1 to Frankfurt.
Yeah, it was at Christmas, wasn't it?
And yeah, 5-1 to Frankfurt, and it's like
they came back. All the players had beefed up.
Yeah, they hadn't lost a game since Christmas. That's ridiculous.
No, not at all.
That's some run to go on.
I mean, they're another great example of tactical football. Particularly if you look at the Champions League final. That was just pure tactical. I mean, it's a pretty dull game from a spectator's point of view, but...
A dull game? I thought it was a brilliant game. I thought there was a lot of chances that were missed.
From PSG's end.
PSG did miss a lot.
PSG. They really could have won that final.
There was a lot of action in the game. A lot of action. So, to me, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a brilliant Champions League final.
I don't think it was dull. I just think people thought it was going to be like 5-4 or something based on the previous results, and it ended up being 1-0 because both teams were so kind of close.
I think it was one of the best finals in a wee while.
Oh no, The Real Madrid Liverpool one.
Yeah,
when
well, yeah, that was a good game. That was a bit, yeah. There was 4 goals in that game.
Mm.
Which was quite good. And it's an absolute scream off the field, but but that was
Karius, the goalkeeper, no more.
Poor guy. It just goes to show you though how quickly things can turn in football.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
He had to move away, get out of the club.
Well, they bought an Allison
Yeah.
straight after.
Back. He's back.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Karius is back. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's come to
I think
reclaim his place.
Yeah, I think stuff like that, it changing so quickly, shows that Barcelona could change it quite dramatically if they put their mind to it and kind of.
Yeah, if they get the money, because they've not got the money now.
I don't even think it's the money. I think it's just the way they have to try and set their club up now and kind of think outside the box and kind of not splash 150 million on a single player.
A single player, I know, like.
Yeah.
Which was it? The spent Griezmann, 107 million.
Yeah.
110 million, something like that, and he's done nothing.
Well, you can put it into relation to like someone like, say, for I don't know, just for me and Kieran's sake, Fernandez, 45 million, and kind of he's in his prime, whereas they're spending 107 odd million on someone who's like 28, 29.
Yeah, I know.
Like I think you have to be clever in the transfer market these days, rather than going out splashing cash on.
Yeah,
these clubs are just splashing the cash because they can. To put it simply, and that's obviously then having an effect where the rest of the market is then having to up its values. It's just ridiculous amounts of money being spent on people that just aren't worth that amount of money.
Yeah, no. Well, no footballer should be worth 100 million anyway. Full stop.
But that number is only going to rise.
Yeah, I know. Well, you might see the first 500 million pound player soon.
Messi.
Yeah.
Mbappe, Neymar.
It'll be Mbappe, definitely.
I think Mbappe to Madrid. I think that'll be the one.
See it happening, yeah.
I could see it happening very easily.
That would be it.
You remember? Don't you remember the first ever? Well, obviously we're not alive, but the first ever transfer in football.
Yeah.
How many for Scotland and England went for £100? Like.
Yeah, but with what is that now with inflation?
A lot.
No, it probably is quite a bit.
Well, you talk about players back then. You like people like Zidane and all that. How much would they go for nowadays?
Prime gigs.
A lot of money.
Prime Rooney.
Prime gigs.
Exactly.
Prime Rooney. Yeah. They'd be £200 million.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's a different type of footballer now. Football has changed, I think, as a whole.
Yeah.
So it's softer.
Well,
yeah.
It's a different way of management and kind of how you manage a player nowadays compared to 10, 15 years ago.
There's a lot more management on an individual level now. Different players react to different styles of management. So try to juggle that and getting the best out of everyone.
Yeah, it used to be just you listen to the manager and that's it. Now players just kind of do what they want, I think.
I mean, that comes, I think...
If they're famous enough, then they do what they want. They don't listen to the manager.
And it comes from the social media aspect as well. It's a different world entirely.
Well, you have to balance your profile and you have to balance your kind of working life, which is football. So you have to have a high profile, like social media, and you have to be performing.
You can't go.
So you're not fully focused.
Breaking protocols in Iceland and meeting up with random people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, inviting girls up to your bedroom. Who you tell them, and that's it.
But genuinely,
do you think they're going to care about a fine?
I don't know, but you need to think their careers up in arms internationally.
Their career, yeah.
Like what happened to Grealish.
Yeah, it could be. But
to be fair, Grealish was a lot more, but still, it'd be tough trying to get back into that squad now. Because the reputation of the English team is now tarnished.
Yeah, well, it's a lot more difficult to kind of hide these things these days compared to in the 70s when every football player was out drinking and kind of starting fights with people.
Nobody cared because that's
Yeah,
what
George
everyone was doing.
Yeah, no one cared. But nowadays, social media's got that kind of eye on you. It's like Big Brother. You're constantly being watched.
Yeah, you're being watched constantly. You
can't
can't go
escape.
anywhere without being noticed. You can't. It's.
Yeah.
I don't know, it'd be quite bad being a football player, I think. Like, you
I
can't
mean,
live
I
your
think I
life
could
to-
cope with it.
You're earning a lot
I
of
could,
money.
yeah, I think.
You're earning a lot
But,
of money.
even like, 100k, I could cope.
100k a week,
Yeah,
fair
I
enough,
could
that's
cope.
good, but
50k a week, that's fine.
Do you think the
Everything-
wages will ever drop?
Nah. I think
no, because they'll be, as a wage, people are getting paid more and more, and other people's going to expect their wages, so it's just got to keep it rising, and it's all these, like people for like Dubai and
Qatar.
that are coming in and splashing the cash into these clubs, and
I mean, you've got players going for
yeah,
your
it's,
150 million. They're going to expect a big wage. Although that said, with
Yeah.
what's been going
Yeah.
on recently in clubs losing a lot of money, there have been a lot of teams that have had to cut wages. So perhaps that might have a long-lasting effect.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you. Oh, go on, Liam. Go on.
yeah, I was just going to say that about Ozil.
Yeah,
Like he's on 350 a week for sitting on the bench.
Yeah, it's
Bale.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Bale,
Bale as well. He's playing
yeah.
golf
Wish
in
for getting
Spain.
paid to
he's
play
just-
golf. Well, he's a pro
he's-
footballer.
He's just taking the piss right out of Zidane.
Mm.
Just ripping it.
Did you see the interview with him that he did when he was
I've not
here
watched it.
about how he's been blocked to move away from Real Madrid, and they're kind of keeping. He says that they're keeping him hostage
It isn't.
because they don't want to let him go because he's an asset apparently.
Well,
How's an asset? Who would? What?
Don't
He
know.
would let a player go if they stand with a flag saying Wales, golf, Madrid in that order. Like, come on. You
and
can't.
it's not as if they're playing him, so he's not really that much of an asset.
I think it was more like
No.
an image rights thing. Yeah. So having Bale and shirt sales and things like that, because I imagine they still buy shirts because he's.
Yeah, we put Bale on the back of it.
Yeah, I know, but it's because he's done a lot when he's been there. But
When he was playing, he was a world class player.
I know it's a shame because he could have left and done a lot more than he has. I think
Yeah, I know. How old is he now?
30. I think he is.
30?
There's still time.
Where would he
I
go?
think he'll return to the EPL.
Yeah,
About Tottenham or Man United.
Yeah, Tottenham.
I think.
I think Tottenham.
Yeah, we don't need Bale. We've got Sancho and Greenwood and Martial and
Not
Rashford.
yet. Not yet.
Nah, but I think Bale's a type of Mourinho signing, someone who's already proven and kind of that's his kind of player.
Yeah.
So,
So he's not part of the Ole philosophy.
nah, he's not. No.
But the EPL is an interesting
He
league
was a good
now.
manager.
Going into next season.
Yeah, is it starting to get up with Chelsea?
Chelsea.
Chelsea signing all the players. They're in for a right
They look
shout.
very
a
strong.
Right shout to win it.
Scary.
Yeah.
A solid team.
Who's our best signing?
I'd say Werner.
You say Werner, yeah.
Havertz, maybe.
Yeah. Nah, I think he'll need time to adapt. He's young.
Oh,
Honestly,
what's
I'm gonna go with Thiago.
ex-Ajax player? Yeah,
Ziyech.
he's
He's
class.
good as well.
He's good.
Yeah, he's
I'm going
class.
to go with Thiago Silva.
That's
That's
that is
going
a
to
good
improve our
shout.
defence massively. He costs nothing. He's going to improve our defence massively.
The only problem is that you've only really got him for a year. And then who do you have after that?
You can win the league.
Yeah,
You
Chelsea
can
are
win the
about shot.
Champions League. You can get
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
You can buy a defender. After that, it's
Once he comes up against Big Rashford, it's too easy. Rashford's done this before.
Messi at Man City, obviously.
Oh yeah, that would have been wild though.
Yeah, imagine Messi in the Premier League.
well,
And then Ronaldo comes back.
That'd be insane.
United.
That'd be insane.
One can dream.
I think as a football fan, you'd want them there. You'd want them there just as a
Oh
football
yeah.
fan.
I mean, if
Imagine him.
I'd be traveling to games.
Imagine. Yeah, so imagine him at Burnley.
Well, what was that about Haaland in Leeds? I keep seeing on Twitter.
Oh yeah, he's a big Leeds fan.
Yeah, because his dad used to play
Ah,
for
okay,
Leeds.
that makes sense. Then I was very confused about that.
Yeah, his dad used to play for Leeds.
Yeah. So,
And his idol was Nietzsche or something, I think it was.
yeah, that's why he did that ad celebration.
Yeah.
What else?
I mean, where do we
Can
see
we
football going next? Is it just gonna
Football and
the price is gonna keep increasing and fans being
wow.
It's just going to get
Outpriced.
worse as we go on.
if fans can even get into
Yeah,
stadiums?
that's a big talking point about the prices of tickets.
Because clubs will want to recoup that money, and there's going to be very limited amounts of people allowed in.
The ticket price is just going to shoot right up. They'll look at what the Celtics doing. They're trying to get some money back by you buying a season ticket for, is it cheaper, the season ticket?
No, I think it's still the same price.
Same
Aye.
price, but you're getting to watch it every game in Celtic TV for
Aye.
obviously with your season ticket.
Aye, but it's only home
Because
games.
That's him just trying to make a little bit of money back. Is it
It's only home games. It's just like basically your season ticket, but obviously you can't go to a game. It's terrible. For the
I
price.
think it should be every game. If you pay that money, it should be every game you should watch.
Well, it goes down to rights and stuff again, TV
Yeah.
rights. Sky Sports pay a lot of money to televise stuff.
Televised or rubbish coverage.
Yeah.
I think both should be free to watch. My opinion.
Yeah. I
'Cause
think
people can't afford to buy Sky Sports, BT Sport, Premier Sports. It all adds up.
Plus,
well, football was the sport of the working class,
Yeah.
so it should remain that.
yeah. And when you add
Something that's
football kits that cost 60, 65 quid times 3,
yeah, that's ridiculous.
it's a bit ridiculous.
Mm.
Though there is, you see
Aye.
fans have been allowed to return in small amounts. I think it's 300,
Yeah,
300
it's-
home fans
At the weekend.
in the Scottish Premiership, so that's promising at least.
Also, is it just
Home fans, yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Then people stop travelling.
I still don't know how you're gonna kind of socially distance people going into the stadium. Like that's quite difficult, and leaving.
See, to be honest with you, it's only 300 people. But then Dingwall's small, and so is Pathology. It's not.
And they're all going to be in one section because if they spread them out across the whole stadium, that's not going to look good.
It would just look a bit weird.
So they're going to have them in a small section together.
Maybe they arrive there like an hour before and kind of just all go in at separate time periods and kind of sit down in the marked spots and stuff like that.
There are markers everywhere. Absolutely
I
everywhere.
think that's the way of the future.
And they'll be told to wear masks.
Aye, absolutely.
I can see it being when they start to get fans back into stadiums and start to maybe try and get the stadium near full. I think it's going to be somebody seated, 2 seats behind empty, 2 seats to the side, down and to the other side, all empty.
Right.
And that's what's
It'll
going to
just be like
for
getting a
while.
train or a bus. In the way that's working now, with social distancing.
And obviously it'll be everybody facing the one way, well, as it would be. So that's not really that kind of helps the fact.
But there'll be no more Green Brigade. Or a socially distanced Green Brigade.
I think the atmosphere will be quite bleak and kind of sad.
A sign of the times.
It'll be really sad. It'll just be loud, blaring music with like a couple of people cheering.
Yeah.
Still need to add the crowd sounds and the telly, I think.
I don't like the crowd sounds. It's strange.
I do. I prefer it.
Yeah,
I like it because it's really weird if there's no crowd sounds.
I like
don't
hearing the
it.
manager shout.
I like that, but I don't like it. It's like it's really obvious what they're saying, and it's just like, oh,
They should blare the fan sounds over the announcement, Ty, for the entire game.
I think they should start linking up managers to microphones.
That, you know,
Yeah,
going forward, I would love to see that.
That would be a good laugh at.
Because, I mean, rugby do it. Basketball do it, I think.
rugby do it.
NFL.
Yeah, up to they link it up to the referee. Rugby. The referee wears a camera as well.
It's a very interesting thing that actually could be quite easily explored going forward. It would bring a lot in terms of interaction, particularly just now when fans can't get into stadiums and there's that disconnection. You've got like referee cams, things like that. You could sort of bring a bit of interaction back.
Well, and it helps making like decisions kind of more I don't know, easier in the sense of like, oh, they're cheating, the refs are biased and things like that, when you can actually hear them.
You can actually hear what the ref's saying, you can actually hear what the problem is. Because sometimes you can see you don't know what the problem is, what the foul is.
I mean, especially with VAR, it's the big screens that come up. I mean, they're good, I guess, but
that's
terrible. Yeah, to actually hear the ref explain decisions and you can hear the whole process. There's a lot.
VAR is a complete waste. I think it's ruining the game.
I think it's ruining the game to an extent because of how unclear it actually is. If it's used properly in actual kind of clear and obvious errors, then it's useful to have. But some of the stuff that they've decided on is not clear and obvious, so they should just leave it. They shouldn't use it to decide something.
See, but that's the thing. Every time in the Premier League, if you watch a game in the Premier League, you will see about 90% of the time a team scores, the other team will put their hand up for VAR and start shouting for it.
Yeah.
To try and appeal the goal. But
I think the game's more exciting with human error, to be honest.
Yeah.
Not when you're on the receiving end of a.
No, I know, but I even think then it's just like
tough
deal
luck.
With it. Tough luck.
Yeah, I know. Just get rid of VAR. If the referee didn't see it, didn't happen. Like
it's the SFA's motto for the past 10 years plus.
Like you start.
I don't know.
Do you think they should change the offside rule?
To what?
I saw something about VAR with the offside that they were going to add 10 like centimeters to each side for like error kind of thing or something. I don't know. It was something quite like so. It was kind of a margin where they could call it or not. I don't know. I don't know much about it, but I saw something about that.
So I was thinking about offside rule, and they should change it definitely. That it's if you're say you're running, but you're running, your body's leaned over naturally. I think it should be it's your leg that's offside.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I feel like your foot.
It could.
Yeah, your foot. Start from your foot. It should be.
Yeah, your foot. If your foot's offside.
Yeah, it's offside.
Yeah, but like, I think when you're running, your arms are going to be out. So if your arms slightly in front of that last defender when the pass is made, it's offside. It's a bit.
Oh yeah, the arm stuff in the chest kind of thing is.
And it's not as if like the arm gives you an advantage going forward. It's not as if the arm's giving you a head start. It's
not like you can tap it in with your hand.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're Maradona.
I know.
It's not going to
Thierry Henry.
Yeah, unless you're Maradona. Yeah. But I think VAR's got its positives and it's got its negatives. It could be used well, but at the moment it's a shambles.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not working.
The footballing world still adapting to it. It's quite a significant change. But what's your thoughts in terms of the time that's wasted with VAR? Should the clock be paused?
I think there should be a certain time limit on it. Decisions being made. If it goes over that limit, it should just be kind of
null and void and just go with the original decision.
I think there should be a minute time limit on it.
Yeah, it should be quick. It should be quick and snappy. It shouldn't be this
long.
long.
A decision made in that time, then that's it.
Because
but the rest of goes.
The other thing is, well, if you look at like throw-ins and free kicks, should the clock be paused in between? then saying that time
No.
wasting is quite an integral
No.
part of football.
Time
No, it
wasting
should-
does help.
It shouldn't be stopped for that. It should be. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it should be stopped in general. It should just be added time, but there should be a time limit on the VAR decision. Because if it goes 5 minutes, that means it's not clear and obvious. They don't
Yeah.
know. They're taking 5 minutes to decide if it was a handball or not.
Yeah, I know.
And by that point, they've wasted 5 minutes when it's going to be.
Yeah, and they're ruining the atmosphere of the ground. Everybody will just be standing there thinking, "What the hell's going on?"
When
The
you're
crowd-
silent on up and absolute
Yeah.
hell at it. It's
I do kind of love the commotion that it
Yeah.
causes, though. When you look at,
the-
especially between fans and the sort of rivals. Look at, like, for example, like the
Yeah.
Copenhagen game with Celtic. When you get the penalty, Celtic got the penalty for VAR, and then everyone went
yeah, both of them.
mental. Things like that is kind of
Mm.
good because it's like you're one up in the opponent fans.
Yeah, but that was a quick decision. I'm
Yeah.
talking like if it was a long 5 minutes, kind of, it just ruins it.
Yeah, both of them were clear handballs. Like you could see
Mm.
that.
Mm.
Both of them
Well,
were
what's
clear
your thoughts on the
handballs.
handball rule? Because that's a bit ridiculous, quite frankly. All this to do with
I think the ball to hand thing.
unnatural positions.
It's like I
Unnatural
I don't-
positions, they do exist. If your hand's out there and the ball gets hit off your arm, then that's a handball. But see how if you're standing with your arm like next to your side
Yeah.
and it hits off your arm, then nah, just play on.
What about the thing if you're covering your face with the hands and it hits your face? Do you think that's a handball?
I mean, technically. So see, here's the thing though, because it's gonna hit your face anyway. So, like,
Do you just take it and just kind of go for it?
yeah,
I think you do it as a football
Yeah.
player. I just take it.
yeah,
It's like because if you're doing that, you're pushing it away basically
Mhm.
as well.
and also when both your hands are
Yeah.
gonna be bigger than your face, so. But, yeah,
Exactly. So you're stopping the movement of the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. There's a lot to be changed within the rules to be adapted.
Mm.
So
Very interesting to see what happens going forward. I think.
Yeah, well,
any
Final thoughts?
any final thoughts?
No.
Nah,
I don't think it's a nice place to end it.
not really either.
Right then, well,
Yeah, it's a good
thanks
one.
for joining us, Liam. We shall be back with part 2 very soon.
Right.